All right, so we're gonna do I saw this idiot. There's so much disingenuous crap that comes from people that are brainwashed and indoctrinated to the PPFF side. It's not all of them, it's some of them. So it's like anything, right? Nothing is everything, everything something. So this guy was complaining about slip leads, right? Oh, look, it's a noose and you're choking dogs. That's not how it works, right? So first you make a little P, right? So she's a left side walker. So we have them on the martingale collars. So this is how they work. I should have done this first. Hold on. So this is how it works. All this stuff, actually all these tools are better than just the regular collar, right? So the regular collar is solid and you have one point, right? Where a slip lead and a martingale collar works on the same principle. What's going on, buddy? All right. Works on the same principle, right? It tightens, so technically it chokes, but it comes right back off, right? So let me open it up. So that's negative reinforcement, right? The application of pressure and the release of pressure, it's pressure and release, is negative reinforcement. Reinforcement means you're getting the behavior you want. Now, if you use it as a correction, it's positive punishment, right? So positive punishment is reducing the intensity, frequency, and all that kind of stuff. That's how punishment works, right? And so the thing with aversive tools like this, the martingale collar, the head halter, also called the gentle leader, right? Which is both aversive and invasive, right? Probably the most invasive tool that there is. What's the point? See, I went off on tangents. I don't like doing the instructional stuff. I shouldn't have even done this. I just had to complain about this old guy. But the argument is you're choking, right? You're hurting the dog. It's not, right? So what he was talking about was the neck is tender. Dude, these guys are way stronger than us. So first off, if you're walking if you want your dog walking in a perfect heel, then your correction, goes straight up, but it's way up here. It's way up here by the thing where there's nothing sensitive. The sensitive stuff's kind of in the middle. Generally, look where her collar is, right? So her collar is way down on her shoulder, and that's where they pull at. It's kind of like being right here, right? So when you correct, it's boop, boop. It's that easy. You're not choking the dog, you turn, correct, good, right? So I didn't have to correct her there, but, right, you turn, good girl, right? So typically, the way I like to do it is, not everybody does it this way. I like to do a lot of food work first. So I work on the negative reinforcement aspect of it, no matter what the tool is, right? So negative reinforcement is when I turn, they hit the pressure going that way. It's just a natural negative reinforcement, right? And then they come back, and then boom, they get with you, you reward them, right? So what happens is, even with the slip lead, right, it falls down and they start pulling. I'm probably gonna have to carry this, right? But that's the way most of your corrections are. Most of your corrections are super light. Now there is, when they have super big energy, you can go up because it slows it down, right? So that's how you use negative reinforcement to teach a sit, right? I don't like doing that. I tend to use it as if they're not picking it up, but that's another tangent. You're a good girl. She said, give me that food, sucker. We're gonna have to pick it up. So anyways, most corrections, depending on the energy of the dog, most corrections are nothing more than a little flick of the wrist, right? And these people are acting like every time you do a correction, you're beating the crap out of them. But the dogs are fine. That's how you learn what not to do, right? Oh, what did I think about? Like if your kid in the backyard is about to pick up a big piece of poop, you don't go, hey, don't eat that poop. You yell at them. Hey, you got to use the proper energy to make them stop, and then you can explain. I think that was another tangent too. That's supposed to be something else. Then you can use your normal energy to say, hey, look, don't eat poop because it's nasty and you'll get sick, right? But when they're first fixing to put it in their mouth, you ain't gonna be nice and polite, right? So if this dog's jamming at a squirrel at 100 miles an hour, pretty firm correction. And even then, the correction most of the time is 80% the dog doing whatever it wants to do that it's not supposed to be doing. And that's where aversive tools help, because most people are soft on corrections. I think I am, right? So it's like this, look. Good girl. Right? I don't know what she was looking at. But pretty generally, that's all you have to do. Hey, don't forget I'm here, right? Oh, good girl. Good girl. Excuse you, pig. What was I gonna say? Here, let's see. Let's do this. Let's do this. Ready? Come on, girl. Look. Oh, good job. So I was about to have to do it. Good girl. Oh, I undid the thing because I hit it. Go back on. There it is. I hit the, what is it called? The receiver. Right, so let's see if she starts taking off a little bit. They always do real good right there. So that I always let go. I don't care about that. Sniff as you go. Now if they kind of anchor down for it, let's see if she's got to pee. Right? I probably shouldn't let that go. If they kind of anchor down, I'll kind of boop, boop, boop. I call them boop, boops. I mean, it's pretty quiet out here now. We're not going to see nothing. So anyway, okay, look. She's starting to go faster, right? Good girl. Good job. So this is how it goes. All right? So ideally, you're coming down sideways, right? Boop. Look, the slip lead doesn't even hardly do anything. Dude's talking about choking dogs. Now you can go up if they're too fast, right? It's like a break. That's not usually how I do it. I usually go, man, we're gonna be rainy play. Right? So that's the way. Here it is. Boop, boop. Boop. And then I find if I'm doing too many and they're not paying attention, I'm not doing firm enough, right? For her energy there was probably a 4 or 5, and I'm doing a 3. Right? And that's what most people will do with their dogs, is you're doing too light, so it's not doing anything. Right? If I find that she's not paying attention to what I'm doing, that's when I'll do the redirection like that. A lot of times that becomes a game to them too. Right? So you're going down shoulder level. There you go, girl. Good. Now she's hitting the pressure and slowing down on her own, right? Not really. She's doing it because of the rain, though. She don't want to be in the rain. Too bad, girl.